Hey guys, happy Friday! It is Friday before the Kentucky Derby. How exciting! Would love the Kentucky Derby. Been watching it for years and years, and absolutely love watching the horses. Unfortunately, sorry, something's caught my eye over here. Anyway, unfortunately, North Carolina does not allow you to bet on horses, so we don't bet on the horses. We just have a barbecue and we get to watch the race, and that's pretty much it. Drink lots of margaritas and I don't know. I've never actually made a mint julep. I'll have to try that. Anyway, it's Friday, and I was out messing around with the horses, and it's midday afternoon. It's really super, super hot. Very, very windy outside, which is why my hair's all a mess. But let me back up a little bit. I was watching some videos as I was just relaxing this morning, enjoying my coffee, and there's a guy that you guys really, really need to check out. I've mentioned him a couple of times in my videos before. His name is Graham. He's out in Canada, out on the west coast of Canada, and he has stable horse training and rehabilitation. Check him out, really cool. I'll put a link to the video that spurred this video in my description. And this one's that he made was really, really quick. We're going to talk about hay. And we're in full spring. I've got a couple of my farmers already had first cutting, and a couple of the farmers up in Mount Airy, they've already got 2 cuts already. So I'm running a tad bit low on hay. So this here is last year's hay. And then this is the winter's hay that I had to buy from another distributor because we ran out. This whole thing was full. I had about 100 bales of hay in here. As you can see, it's a pretty big shed, and it was chock-a-block full of hay. And now it's pretty empty. So I wanted to talk to you. That's all I've got left over from the winter. And I do put it out every once in a while. And then that's just a hay bag that I put on the outside of the barn. And that is crappy hay. If I had goats, I'd give it to the goats. If I had cows, I'd give it to the cows. But I'm not giving it to my horses. I had a bunch of that in the big, huge bunch that I bought. I won't be doing that again. But it wasn't the guy's fault that where I bought it from. It wasn't his fault. It was his distributor. So talking about distributors, we have in this area in Yadkin County, we have the highest number of farmers in North Carolina. So I'm really, really blessed to know that 3 of my neighbors bale hay, and one of my neighbors asked me if I wanted to lease out her property to grow hay, which I might do this year. Haven't quite decided yet, but I'm really thinking about it. As of last year, those were $5 a bale. Those were $8.50. So, yeah. Anyway, let me show you why I'm not feeding that and I'm feeding that, and a couple of other differences as to what I do with the boys. Graham did a really good job. He showed his hay that he gets now, the hay that he has from before, and he showed an example of alfalfa. So I'm gonna kind of sort of copycat him a little bit. Because I have sort of the same thing, but his hay looks way better. Even his bad hay looks better than my good hay. Yeah, so let me put you guys down. Let me get my bucket so I can put you on a bucket. Let's see, let's come on over here with me. Let's come back to my shed, get a bucket. See, he did it easy. He just put you on the ground. I can't put you on the ground, because I know some guys will be coming behind me and they're going to want this stuff. So I shall put you on the bucket. Yeah, I'll put you on the bucket. Okay. So here, this is Timothy hay. And this I get, I can't see, so I apologize if I can't see. I get this pre-baled from Stanley. I buy it in a compressed bale, and I don't give it to them all the time. I give it to them maybe like once a day. but it's very, very soft. And you can see it's got the Timothy seed head on it. So there's a Timothy seed head. This is probably a second cutting. And it's very, very, very soft. It's got a little bit of brown pieces in there, which isn't bad. They'll eat it. And it's, of course, being a compressed bale, you kind of always have to loosen it up. I always do. I don't like this yellow, but that's just because, can you guys see this? All right. But they'll pick that out. I think that's just a root or something. Looks like it's a root. But they really do like this an awful lot. I hope this is all in view. Okay, so I've got that. And then this is alfalfa. Let me see here. Yep, you can see that. This is also a compressed bale, which you can see. It's very compressed, all the pieces. So I do break this up, and I break it up into a fine, and then you can see all the flowers. I hope this is all clear. I'll view it, and if I have to redo it, I'll redo it. But there's the flowers and the leaves. They turn to dust, unfortunately, when you buy it this way, because of the heat process, that when it compresses it, it just turns all the flowers into like a really super fine dust, which Jarvis absolutely loves. So, you know, there's some things in there that you gotta pick out. Hi, boys. The boys are over there. They're like, what are you guys doing? You're messing with hay. You're doing something over there. So anyway, this is alfalfa. And then over here, this is the crappy hay. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why, but I think you guys can figure it out. Especially my horse people. They know what good hay looks like and what bad hay looks like. And number one thing that tells me that this is bad hay are all of these little doodaddies. All of these. Come on, focus. I don't think you can. This is not foxtail. It's not. They are seed heads, but they don't like them and they pick around them. Then you've got these little feathery ones. Can't see, so I think, yeah, these little feathery ones, those are seeds. They don't eat those either. And because of the way this was cut at the time that it was cut, it's very bitter. It has a nice sweet smell and it looks nice. I mean, it's green and it doesn't look too bad. This is just regular fescue hay, so it's not very thin, not very wide as far as the blade. Now, if you look at the Timothy, look at the difference between the Timothy hay, which is this, and then this stuff. So you can see the Timothy hay, I can tell you right now, it smells very sweet. The blades are very wide and it's very soft. And this is more coarse, which is fine because I don't mind that either. But it's got a lot of weeds in it. And this just goes to waste and they won't eat it, they pick around it. If they get too many of these little barbs in their mouth, it aggravates their mouth and it's just garbage. So I'm just gonna leave that in the bale. And then this is the stuff that I've been giving to them. This is the other good stuff that I have. And this is actually pretty nice. It's a little dusty, unfortunately, so I always shake it out. So you can see how it's dusty. But it's got some fescue, it's got some Timothy. It doesn't have a lot of weeds in it. It has a couple, like this one. It's got a couple weeds pieces in it. But for the most part, this is for the middle of winter. It's got some sticks in it. There's a couple sticks. A couple other little weeds right here. A little flowery weed thing. I don't know. But for the middle of winter, where I don't know where this came from, they eat it, and it's not too bad. But I'm going to tell you, Graham's going to hate this hay. This is going to be like crappy hay, because he feeds the really good stuff. So that's what I do. That's what I feed. Ah, hi, Mr. D. Say hi to everybody. Just hanging out. He's so camera shy. He's like, what are you doing? And then I got Jarvis. Jarvis, what are you doing? He's gonna come poke his head out here in a minute. What are you doing, buddy? Where are you? Come say hi. There you are. He wants to know what I'm doing. It spooked him a minute. So I'm just gonna put those out. I'm gonna kind of spread them around, and yeah. So that's the difference between my hay, Timothy hay, alfalfa hay, crappy hay. So I have to go buy new hay. Probably in another couple weeks. Wait for a third cutting, because I prefer third cutting for the drafts because it's got less sugar in it. But anyway, get your hay tested. Find out what the values are, the nutritional value. Most of the times your cooperatives will do it for like $10, $15. If you send it out, like we have one that will do it out in Raleigh. And what is going on out here? What is this? Anyway, the cooperatives will do it, and you just put like a gallon bag and squash it all in there, and they'll test it for you. So anyway, enjoy your day, enjoy your Friday, enjoy the races if you watch them. If you don't, enjoy the weekend. Have a great day. See you later on Summerfield Farm and Draft Horses.